So I got a lot of tweets and comments of people telling me to try this with which is the CM2 Sasuke strat, and I thought that basically the best way to do it is a 4-unit run, because then you can like always have perfect dodges no matter what, because you're gonna have enough turns to keep stacking them. It's pretty good if you don't have Sage 6 Pass Madara. Honestly, Sage 6 Pass Madara is still the best strategy because he basically ignores jutsus, so you can just jutsu next to Sasuke and he's not gonna take the jutsu anyways, and not only that, he's doing a lot of damage. But the CM2 Sasuke is not bad either. If you don't have Sage 6 Pass Madara, I do recommend you do this. This took me 22 minutes in total. Normally doing a normal run it takes me like 12 to 15 depending on the lucky resets with Sage 6 Pass Madara, but it's not bad. It really isn't bad. So I'm gonna explain my team here. CM2 Sasuke is max duped, but his luck is not maxed. The best part about this is bringing in 99 luck lead. The higher chance of getting a lucky drop can really help you. Fortunately, my CM2 Sasuke is with max luck, so it's not even that great for me. And then behind him I have Sage 6 Pass Naruto. I thought that bringing him would be nice because he does a lot of damage, and the healing just in case I take damage is very good. And he also does provide a chance of dodging. I was really not counting with the last boss not ignoring perfect dodge. I'm gonna say this right now, the second boss does, so be careful. I bought a friend Final Valley Naruto, and I brought my own Kage. The friend Final Valley Naruto is max duped, which is not difficult to find. Everyone who got Final Valley Naruto are putting them in their friends list because they want to show off. So it's really very easy to find one. And the Kage is max duped. Kage has been around since a little bit, and she has been on good banners, so I expect most people to have him. But I'm gonna be putting some replacements in the side. If maybe you don't have a unit that I have and you still want to replace something, I'll have it on the side. Not necessarily the order that I put, but just some examples. I said that word so weird. My perfect example would be him, CM2 Sasuke with Sage Naruto behind him. This was my first attempt, so I brought Sage Naruto. I didn't have any knowledge about this at all. But Sage Naruto does reduce wisdom damage by 30%, and considering that he does not ignore, his perfect dodges don't work in the second map. Sage Naruto is very helpful. But the fact that Final Valley Naruto does remove Sasuke's attack boost is also very good. So you see, like, I brought CM2 Sasuke, I was so confident that I was gonna take no damage, and then he jutsus and I just straight up take the damage, and I'm like, these motherfuckers, they baited me saying that CM2 Sasuke is good, but it actually is. And then the reason why I brought Kaguya is not just because she does a lot of damage and she heals, but she attacks the whole map, right? So I can be in anywhere off the map and I'll hit the boss. Minato also does something like that, but I think Kage is better just because, of course, she heals. And she's gonna be boosting the attack of Final Valley Naruto, and vice versa. Final Valley Naruto also boosts the attack of Kaguya, so that to me is my perfect one. And inside Sage 6 Pass Naruto we have Sage Naruto. But Sage 6 Pass Naruto is also very good because on his first jutsu he does provide a chakra, so it's good for keep cycling chakra. So the thing is that he cannot chakra seal CM2 Sasuke, which is very helpful because he has perfect dodges. You see me taking damage, and when he starts boosting himself, it starts to get like, I start getting worried, like, yo, I'm gonna die. And he dodges Sage 6 Pass Naruto's jutsus, but it would happen the same for Sage Naruto. And then I start getting worried, like, I'm gonna die, but Final Valley Naruto does remove the attack boosts, so maybe with Sage Naruto it wouldn't be that big of an issue, but the healing from Sage 6 Pass Naruto is also very good, so I have no idea which would actually be better, but you can miss him, like, you can match up the way you have. Like, if you have Sage Naruto, you don't have Sage 6 Pass Naruto, or if you have Sage 6 Pass Naruto, you don't have Sage Naruto, because that also could be a thing, since Sage Naruto is not a Blazing Festival unit, he's not going to be featured on banners. People could not have him, and but most of the people that have Sage 6 Pass Naruto and Sage Naruto, they're gonna be max duped anyways, because they're such great units, so valuable for their own teams that people would max dupe them. And the same goes for Kaguya. People who have Kaguya probably max duped. The reason why I didn't bring Sage 6 Pass Madara. So in the first, like in the slot with CM2 Sasuke, right? Sage 6 Pass Madara is not providing much. It really isn't. Like, the reason why CM2 Sasuke is there is to tank. And if I'm gonna use Sage 6 Pass Madara's normal jutsu, I might as well just use CM2 Sasuke. I guess it would be helpful for this map to jutsu with Madara to not take damage, because Sasuke cannot bypass the jutsu thing for Madara, but he does chakra seal Madara, so that's a big issue. And then it couldn't be in the place of Kage or Naruto. I do have a suggestion to put him there just in case, but he does pull units. Like, if I use Sage Pass Madara's ultimate, I'm gonna pull the Sasuke towards me, and that's not what I want. I want Team 2 Sasuke to tank, and not the other side of the team to tank. So I didn't want to do that. So really, I think that the team that I came up with is pretty good. If you think of a better team, please leave it down in the comments. I would appreciate it. But yeah, this strategy is pretty good. If you don't have the most optimal team, if you're being struggling with it, like the Killer Bee raid, it was very difficult, right? And when I discovered about the damage reduction thing, I was like, yo, this is gonna help people because I know a lot of people can't do it. But honestly, this raid is not very difficult, just for the fact that he keeps dodging. I hate dodges. Just for the fact that it's wisdom, and bravery is just a very good element. Like, it's not that only that factor, of course, because on the SS rank, Skill Sasuke, Heart is a very good element, but of course it was way more difficult. It's not that, but the raid itself, it's not that complicated. He does not, like, you're gonna see, that time I dodged because of Sage 6 Pass Naruto, but he does not ignore perfect dodge on his jutsu, so I can just stall with Final Valley Naruto and Kaguya until they get their ultimates. And then, since Kaguya attacks cross map, I can just attack wherever I want, and she does a decent amount of damage. And Naruto also has a very long range, so kind of the same thing. I was thinking about Final Valley Sasuke, but his ultimate is very close range. And his normal jutsu doesn't do damage, so I was like, nah, he's not that great. I mean, as a unit, he's great, but not for this. So, Sage 6 Pass Naruto, it's very dangerous to pull out Sage 6 Pass Naruto to do his jutsu. But if you can time it right, it's honestly very worth it because you get a chakra back, and since he can't dodge like the second, I think the second phase is the most difficult one, because you actually get like worried about, yo, I could die. This one is actually pretty easy. After you get to the boss fight, it's pretty much over. Just keep ultimating with the units on the right side, and keep tanking with Sasuke. He can't do anything. He just can't do anything towards Sasuke because of the perfect dodges. So it's actually a very good strategy. Very safe, because there are times where I can't jutsu with Madara to get the like resistance towards jutsu, and I end up dying because of that. There were a couple of times that I did that. I say like it was a lot of times, we were like 2 or 3 times. But it does happen, and I think with this strategy I wouldn't die ever because, I mean, I'm very much safe. It's kind of like the 2 unit run on the Ninja Old. Oh, by the way, for the people who don't have CM2 Sasuke, unfortunately, he's only coming back next week. So for the people who hasn't done Ninja Old, yeah, because they don't have CM2 Sasuke, they can do it next week for Global. CM2 Sasuke is coming back, but unfortunately you won't have him for this raid. But you don't necessarily, like, it's not even Ninja Road. The Ninja Road is very difficult, and with the CM2 Sasuke it gets pretty easy. But in this case the raid is not that difficult. If you have a decent enough team you can do it, but the CM2 strategy makes it more not comfortable. I guess comfortable is a good word for this, but more safe. And actually, like, I may do this on my alt account that I have, because I have a PvP account, and I was worried that you wouldn't be able to do this, but now you will. I mean, I do have 2 max loop Sage 6 Pass modders in there, but I don't have like Sage 6 Pass Naruto, I don't have Kaguya, so now I can, because I do have CM2 Sasuke. I need to farm that guy. CM2 Sasuke, Jiraiya, like all these free-to-play units, you have to farm them because you can never know when you're gonna need them. So that's the end of it. I sped it down just because I didn't want to like make it 22 minutes like for no reason. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, it took me 22 minutes, which is not that bad of a time, but could be faster. So if you can make it faster, this intro Sasuke strategy is not the best, but thank you guys for watching, please fucking subscribe.